Flooding rains and strong winds continue to cause problems in our area, and I've got a post-Hurricane Melissa update from Jamaica to share. Your forecast across the Caribbean and the Bahamas starts right now.
This is Meteo Mundo.
Hi, my friends. Rusty back here at Meteo Mundo. We are your home for Caribbean weather, and it's nice to see you for this latest video. Hope things are well. Coming up, we still have areas of impactful weather for today. We've had some heavy rain that's just been sitting over some areas, along with some gusty winds. We'll look at that. I've got an update from Jamaica as they continue to recover from Hurricane Melissa, and your island-by-island rainfall forecast as well. As always, Meteo Mundo, sponsored by the Lane Law Firm of Central Florida, your hometown homeowners insurance attorneys, offering free consultation and policy reviews. They'll walk you through every step of the insurance claim process. Check them out by going to leanonmelaw.com for more information. Love to hear from you guys. Let me know in the comments section below what's been happening in your area, what the weather has been like. We'll check out the surface analysis to begin. These dashed lines that you see are troughs, or kind of weaknesses in the atmosphere, and they are focusing mechanisms for showers and storms. And we have one located just southeast of Turks and Caicos, another one in the central and the eastern sides of the Caribbean, and then our stalled out boundary in the northern side of the Bahamas. And all of that is pertaining to some weather across the area today, but it's been that trough and shear line in the eastern Caribbean that has caused the most significant weather over the past couple of days. The numbers that you see are wind gusts in miles an hour, and we're going to start off the video with an area that has continued to have been hit very hard here by the flooding rains, and that is in Barbados. We continue to have significant rainfall on parts of the island. Now, yesterday, the Met Service upgraded the flash flood watch back to a warning. Right now, things are a little bit calmer. Late on this Wednesday, we're starting to see drier air beginning to nudge its way in, but we're still overall in what is a fairly active pattern across the Windward Islands, and there is an opportunity that some of this thicker tropical moisture could move back over Barbados and other islands across the area as well. At this point in time, you can see some heavier rain and some thunderstorm activity over Trinidad and Tobago. Now, earlier this week, this was what the flooding looked like in Barbados. Remember, some areas had more than 9 inches of rain and probably into the double digits now over the past couple of days when you add up the storm totals over the last few days. Unfortunately, at least one fatality from this flooding. Ricardo sent this video in, or this picture in, and you can just see the significant standing water there on the street, on the lawn, just areas that shouldn't be holding that kind of water, but we're getting a lot of rain in some of the higher elevations, especially in the northern parishes. It's coming down to the lower areas, and you get this kind of flooding in urban areas as well. Hopefully, again, some of this rain is receding at the hour in the water. If you guys live on Barbados, please let us know how you guys are doing in the comments section below. Again, it's not everywhere. This is our live camera here at Meteo Mundo from Corinth, St. Lucia. Again, one of the exclusive things we can bring you on the channel are these live cameras. So again, at this point in time, St. Lucia looks pretty good. Now, we have had some rain across St. Lucia and other islands, but it's been a little bit more spotty. It's been very concentrated over Barbados lately, and it does look like some of that thicker moisture has just kind of meandered its way off to the south. So it's been a wet, stormy day for Port of Spain, Trinidad, all of Tobago, some of that moisture trying to get up towards Grenada as well. You guys live on TNT, Grenada, let me know in the comments section below if you've had some of these showers. The other thing about this, when I show you the visible satellite imagery, this is a shear line. There's not a lot of movement with this overall. There are some winds that are pushing some of the storms back east. The majority are trying to go west, but they're not moving very quickly. And the point is that when they develop, and they develop over an island, they could produce locally heavy rain because these showers and storms aren't moving very quickly, and they won't as well over the next couple of days. So this is an area to continue to watch here right onto the beginning of the weekend. Scattered showers have been noted in Martinique and Dominica for today as well. We've had some heavier rain from time to time in Guadeloupe and Montserrat and Antigua and Barbuda, St. Kitts and Nevis, Saba, St. Eustatius, St. Martin is at a 25-mile-an-hour wind. Now, the rain hasn't been as prominent here in the Leeward Islands as areas south in the Lesser Antilles, but we've still had some significant rain from time to time over the last couple of days. And this is what it looks like from St. Kitts and Nevis. Got this picture in earlier today. Just a very stormy, overcast sky. A lot of rich tropical moisture still in play. It's November, but there's still a lot of moisture content in the atmosphere to squeeze out some locally heavy downpours. So again, that's what it looks like in St. Kitts and Nevis earlier today. and yesterday, and again, that's a pretty common theme across this area here over the last few afternoons. Showers and storms have been trying to develop over the British and U.S. Virgin Islands and portions of Puerto Rico as well. Earlier today, some areas of Puerto Rico actually had more than 40-mile-an-hour winds. So these were some nasty thunderstorms that developed here on this Wednesday across some of that area. Live look to the radar out of Puerto Rico. Again, the rain right now is a lot more spotty than what it was. Some good thunderstorms well offshore right now, but for the Virgin Islands, it's just a little bit of rain embedded with some still fairly strong winds out of the east. We still have our trade winds here, St. Thomas, St. Croix, 20 to 25-mile-an-hour winds. Aguadilla has a 20-mile-an-hour wind right now, and a couple of scattered showers over the eastern side of the Dominican Republic. So while there has been some rain, it's kind of dissipated a little bit here late on this Wednesday, although the fresh trade winds will continue in this area. Now again, we have our stall boundary to the north and a trough that is situated over the northern sides of the Dominican Republic and Turks and Caicos, and that has allowed some showers and storms to develop for today. Again, we've had some locally heavy rain across the DR the past couple of afternoons. Some of this is falling in the higher terrain, so you always got to watch you're out for, again, flooding quickly in some low-lying areas here with how terrain-filled the island is of Hispaniola. Scattered showers are trying to slip back over portions of the Caicos and Grand Turk at the hour. You guys live in TNC, let me know in the comments section below. Certainly, if you look to your north and to the east, you're going to see some of the overcast skies and even some bolts of lightning out there for the hour. And just, again, relatively nastier conditions, a little bit more offshore, east of Mayaguana and the Acklands as well. Now you get a little bit farther north in the Bahamas and the air is much drier. As a matter of fact, the air overall through the Bahamas is relatively dry right now, and that has led to another beautiful afternoon. These are your temperatures on the board right now. It's not bad in the Caicos, back down to 81. Freeport Lucaya today in Grand Bahama didn't even hit 80 for a daytime high. Fahrenheit, that's less than 27 degrees Celsius. Not a bad November afternoon. Androstown, Nassau looking pretty good as well. Again, things have been quite comfortable there. And it's a beautiful late afternoon across the central Eleuthera area, Governor's Harbor. Again, we see some decks of clouds out there, but no big vertical development, no threat for any rain out there. Could there be the lightest of passing showers in the central and the northern Bahamas for a couple of days to come? Yes. But is it going to be widespread? No, absolutely not. All right, back over to our satellite radar presentation here. It's been a relatively quiet day in Cuba and portions of the Cayman Islands and Jamaica as well. Coming up here in just a minute, I want to have a little bit more on what's been happening on Jamaica post-Hurricane Melissa. But for today, we've had a couple of showers try and move back into the northeast parishes, portions of St. Mary and Portland parishes, but it's been very spotty. The air has been drier the last couple of days, and we're thinning out some of that moisture and rain. A couple of passing showers and an opportunity for just a little bit of cloud coverage there over Grand Cayman, but deeper into this Wednesday that we've gone, that drier air has nudged its way in, and this axis of moisture is working its way off towards the west, and it's trying to get a little bit closer to portions of Quintana Roo and the northern sides of Central America, although for today, it's been much more localized in nature. Now, we've had a little bit of cloud coverage here, but nothing much in the way of rain over Cancun and Cozumel at the hour. So back over to the visible satellite imagery, no lightning out of this, but again, at least some overcast skies from time to time, but hopefully we'll thin things out. Looking at temperatures, hasn't been that bad. Lower 80s Cancun, Cozumel, a little bit warmer towards the Merida area, southern sides of Quintana Roo. Temperatures warming back up a bit towards Belize City, but it's not been a bad day. Notice that your flow is still going to be on shore, so any moisture here from the Gulf of Honduras into the Northwest Caribbean has the opportunity to stream its way back over coastal Belize and Guatemala, the Bay Islands, and the northern sides of Honduras, but many dry hours and locations. But with this axis of moisture, this is an area where rain chances could improve over the next couple of days. We still have our monsoon trough, our Central American gyre, the inherent spin in the southern sides of Central America, producing waves of rain and storms, mainly across Panama and portions of Costa Rica. Still some flooding is likely in these areas. Again, very persistent area of moisture available this time of the year, and it is just spinning and doing its thing there as well. Temperatures have been okay for the ABC Islands, not bad. Let's take a look at our visible satellite presentation. Again, we've had the lightest of showers in a couple of spots over the last few days. Some of you guys have let me know that in the comments section below. Also, By the way, let me know if you guys see some rain here in the next day or two, because I think the opportunity to see some showers in the ABC Islands will be a little bit higher. Here's a live look outside to the Eagle Beach area of Oranjestad, and again, just another beautiful sun splash late Wednesday. Bit of a breeze outside, nothing crazy. 20, 25 mile an hour wind from time to time. You see the ripples there on the coastal waters, but again, another sun-filled late afternoon across that area. Friends, as we move on and look at your island by island forecast, I appreciate you guys taking a quick second, hitting the like button for me, subscribing to the channel if you guys haven't as of yet. If you're looking for Caribbean weather, you've found your home, come join a fantastic community. Thank you for sharing this channel with your family and friends, and I do appreciate those who have found other ways to support the channel. Our memberships are open, that's the join button, and the super thanks are open as well. So you guys know that during our live coverage of Hurricane Melissa, we had some video from Justin Townsend, who has a wellness retreat at Treasure Beach there in St. Elizabeth Parish in Jamaica. Well, I spoke with Justin earlier today, and he sent me some pictures and some videos. This first video is of the roadways around the Treasure Beach area. He told me, he said, Rusty, the first thing that we had to do is we had to get 5 truckloads of rock. We had to get a backhoe and a driver, and we had to backfill all of our streets so that we could then try and get additional supplies, because otherwise these roads would just continue to crumble. So that was the first thing. Now they have no power, they have no utilities, they have no water still in the Treasure Beach area. So they're using reverse osmosis, and they're able to produce about 4,000 gallons of water a day. These are 55-gallon drums that they're going and they're filling up. And so people who live in the Treasure Beach area, they put that outside, they go by, they fill that up, so at least the residents have some drinking water. But again, without power, without water, they're having to do it manually, if you will. And then this is a crazy photo, guys. He said that several crocodiles have come out of Black River and into Treasure Beach. I mean, you're talking into neighborhoods, and they've had to capture at least 3 really large crocodiles and then bring them back into the Black River area. And I know that this is just one area, but again, Justin was someone who was keeping in touch with us during the storm. And so I wanted to give you guys an update from the Treasure Beach area. Let me also say this real quickly as well. Look, Justin is doing some great work in that area. Last year, he helped to raise enough money where they put over 100 new roofs on homes in Treasure Beach. He told me all of those new roofs withheld and sustained from Hurricane Melissa. They're all just fine. But he is raising more money for the efforts there right now. He does have a GoFundMe. They've raised more than $110,000 US already. And I'm going to link that GoFundMe as the pinned comment of this video. So if you guys want to go check out the work that Justin is doing in the Treasure Beach area and help support that cause, you can do that. And obviously all of our thoughts are with our friends through all of Jamaica and Haiti and Cuba and other areas that have been so impacted by Hurricane Melissa. Please let us know if you have an opportunity how you guys are doing. But it shows you the level of destruction and how it can take weeks and months, and in some instances even years, to fully get back to normal. But just getting the daily necessities is still a big issue, even in Jamaica, an area that, you know, has some resources and has some infrastructure, but they're struggling, especially areas that are very rural and away from some of the main roads. All right, let's get into our forecast, my friends, as far as how things are going to be going here over the next couple of days. We'll bring up the model. I want to talk about, first of all, what's going to be happening in the Eastern Caribbean. Now, I expect the concentration of rain to still be prominent in the Windward Islands at least through Thursday. It could break apart a little bit on Friday, but in some areas, especially down towards TNT, the heavier rain chances are likely to be with us until the beginning of the weekend. So for Barbados, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, including Carriacou and Bequia and Grenada and TNT and even Nueva Esparta, the opportunity for still some locally heavy rain causing additional flooding issues. I don't expect it to be widespread, but the chance is not zero either. As we go north across the island chain from St. Lucia to Martinique and Dominica and Guadeloupe, high to moderate rain chances Thursday, beginning to fall a little bit on Friday and Saturday as the moisture begins to move away and the trough carries that along with it. Montserrat, Antigua, Barbuda, Anguilla, St. Martin, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Eustatius. These areas, again, heightened rain chances Thursday, beginning to tail off a little bit Friday and Saturday. Places like Anguilla Antigua Barbuda will likely hold on to a little bit higher rain chances than other parts of the island chain, being farther north and being a little bit farther off towards the east. Brisk winds from time to time. We could have some high surf advisories, but these areas are likely to avoid any significant flood issues here, but some heavier passing showers. Yeah, they're in the forecast for Anegada and Virgin Gorda and Tortola, Yost Van Dyke, St. Croix, St. Thomas, and St. John, Vieques and Culebra. Still looking at your best chances Thursday and early on Friday. Rain should fall apart a little bit as it works its way west. Rain chances will hold on a little bit higher over Hispaniola, especially the Dominican Republic side, over the next couple of afternoons. Again, you have the trough coming in and then our stalled boundary. Remember, we have that just east of Turks and Caicos to help to aid in the focus and the lift in the atmosphere here. So just slightly higher rain chances in these spots in the coming days. You get farther north in the Bahamas and you're looking at drier air. So for New Providence and the Abacos and Grand Bahama, expecting a fairly quiet rain-free forecast. Can't rule out a passing shower, but maybe a little bit better chance by Saturday. I don't expect there to be a lot of organized showers over Jamaica the next couple of days. I can't rule out a shower or two, a rogue shower or thunderstorm, but many dry hours and locations. And again, these areas that need to keep dry for the most part, that would be great. If you could use a shower, I hope you get that. Not expecting that chance, though, to be extremely high. Slightly higher rain chances for the Cayman Islands, Grand Cayman and Little Cayman and Cayman Brac, places like that. And then off towards the west. Again, the onshore wind should push some rain into the Caribbean coastlines of Quintana Roo and Belize and Guatemala and Honduras as well. So from the Orange Walk area, San Pedro, Belize City, back down towards Utila, Roatan and Guanaja, San Pedro Sula, La Ceiba, all with scattered shower chances and even a rumble of thunder here. Just enough little instability in the atmosphere to produce at least a couple of rumbles of thunder. Expecting again the wettest weather to be over places like Panama and Costa Rica as our monsoon trough continues to spin. The ABC Islands likely to see a little bit heightened rain chance coming our way Friday and into Saturday. Now, this is not an outrageously high chance, but I do expect there to be better opportunities for Aruba, Bonaire, and Curacao coming up in the next few days. Speaking of just the overall moisture content, again, into the southern Atlantic, the intertropical convergence zone gets active this time of the year, but it's an elongated west to east area, and we don't really get a lot of waves developing farther north in latitude to really impact much more than the far eastern Caribbean. And typically speaking, the farther south that you go, that's where you're going to have your better rain chances, and that's exactly what we're seeing right now. Then you go north, and you have the very strong cold fronts coming off of the United States East Coast to bring some gale conditions off of the New England coastline towards the eastern sides of Canada, and Bermuda gets included in that. So this is a time of the year where it gets very windy with fast-moving showers in Bermuda, and we're going to see some of that coming their way early in the weekend. So island by island, it looks like this, my friends. Northwest Bahamas, just a 10% chance tomorrow, 20 Friday, Saturday, limited opportunities, but slightly higher for the central and southeast Bahamas. Again, Turks and Caicos likely to have a little bit better opportunity, just continuing to build in. A lot of the rain today was just east and northeast of the islands, but some of that will get a little bit closer to the islands and over Friday and Saturday. Cuba's rain chances remain on the moderate side. Cayman Islands rain chances a little bit higher on Friday, but not crazy. And again, a little bit better chance for Belize City tomorrow, fading off a little bit. Best chance for Cancun and Cozumel will be on Friday, but it's only about a 30% chance. Same situation in Jamaica. Many dry hours and locations tomorrow, still just a 30% chance Friday and Saturday. Slightly higher rain chances for Puerto Rico and the Dominican Republic tomorrow. Fading in Puerto Rico, but holding on to the DR Friday, Saturday. 50% chance in the Virgin Islands tomorrow, then drier Friday and Saturday as well. Next front arrives in Bermuda on Friday with it some fast-moving showers and a lot of wind. Aguila, St. Kitts and Nevis rain chances will be highest for tomorrow as well. We'll stay a little bit higher rain chances through this period in Antigua, Barbuda. Even Montserrat holds to a 40% chance Friday with a 60% chance tomorrow. 50 on the board for Guadeloupe, Dominica, and Martinique. And then again, still holding on to a decent chance Friday, then drier on Saturday. St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, solid rain chances tomorrow. Nothing outrageous though. Again, you're going to get more dry hours than anything, but you get a little bit farther south, and I've got a 60% chance for Barbados. They're also, of course, a little bit farther east, and that moisture axis wants to kind of drive north and east from TNT. So I think Barbados has the opportunity to see a little bit more rain for both tomorrow and Friday. Grenada's rain chances will be on the moderate side. Trinidad and Tobago's rain chances are tomorrow, and then still holding steady Friday, Saturday. Suriname and Guyana with moderate rain chances. Not a bad chance for rain in Nueva Esparta. Hopefully get a couple of showers in the next 48 hours. And there's that rain chance for the ABC Islands. Looking pretty good late Friday overnight into Saturday morning, into Friday morning, and then Friday night into Saturday morning, I think will be our best shots for some showers. If you're doing some boating, we're not looking too bad. Even the areas that I've mentioned, the rain, the winds haven't been outrageously high except for localized areas. So overall, we're looking pretty good. Now, the next cold front coming off the U.S. East Coast should bring some long period swells, open waters of the Atlantic, eastern sides of the Bahamas, Turks and Caicos. Also some building wave heights expected in the southwest Caribbean. That could kick up some seas to the south side of Jamaica. I'll be watching that, probably not for the next several days, but down the road we could get that strong wind and large wave advisory for the southern offshore waters again for Jamaica. Could also have some small craft advisories for other areas. So where's the most significant rain? Again, near our monsoon trough, southern sides of Central America. Look down towards the Windward Islands, Trinidad, Tobago, maybe Grenada and Barbados as well. And again, some potential for some locally heavier rain down the road from the northern coast of Hispaniola, southeast Cuba, and yes, even the northeast sides of Jamaica. As I've already mentioned, these are areas that could have some additional heavier rain. And again, some of the heavy rain could spread back into coastal Belize and Guatemala and northern Honduras and down towards TNT and Barbados. When you look at our legend here, 2, 3, maybe 4 additional inches of rain. That would be a problem if it gets on Barbados. If you have another 50 to 100 millimeters of rain, 2 to 4 inches with as much as they've already had. But unfortunately, that's an area that at least the opportunity will be there through early in the weekend. Friends, I appreciate you guys. You can follow us across all of our social media platforms. We're on Instagram, TikTok, X, and Facebook. Send me a picture or video like so many of you guys had, and I appreciate that. The easiest way to do that is mymediamundo@gmail.com. You have a question about the forecast, feel free to drop it in the comments section below. And please remember that Media Mundo is sponsored by the Lien Law Firm of Central Florida, your hometown homeowners insurance attorneys. You get property damage of any kind. They'll walk you through the insurance claim process. They offer free consultation and policy reviews, so you have nothing to lose. It's lienomnilaw.com for more information. Friends, have a fantastic rest of your day. I'm back soon with the latest forecast across the Caribbean and the Bahamas for you right here. It's the home of Caribbean weather. We're Media Mundo.